Hey guys, how have you been? Sorry for the delay. I had to work during the weekend, and I'm a bit tired to be honest. Now, we last left off as, among other things, we had to talk to Karis
Hey,
about
you!
the possessed. So let's talk about the possessed. I have brought back the Eye of Venus.
I have brought back the Eye of Venus.
I am relieved you were able to snatch the eye away from the enemy, but the danger has not been averted. Evil is making further plans and is proceeding with unusual aggression.
I've already figured that out for myself.
Do not mock me. The situation is serious, very serious, and we don't know whom we can trust. The enemy has already succeeded in leading the novice Pedro into temptation, and he may have success with many others.
Is there a way to protect oneself against the mental attacks of the Seekers?
No idea. I still know too little to answer that. Ask me about it later.
How are your studies coming along?
I've been able to find out something about the Seekers.
And what would that be?
They are, quite obviously, of demonic origin. But at least they are, or were, under the influence of demons. Be careful if you meet them.
What a novel concept.
I'm sorry, but I don't have enough material to make a more precise statement. But if you could manage to bring me something of theirs to examine.
What kind of material do you need?
What do I know? Any objects which especially belong to these beings.
Do you want me to bring you a corpse?
No. Are you crazy? The dangers posed by a demonic being within the walls of the monastery are much too great. It will be enough if you find some objects which are typical for these beings. The remains of the demonic aura which cling to them should offer enough clues for an examination.
Could the Sleeper be involved in this?
I have heard the story of the Sleeper, but from a distance I cannot say anything about it. There are countless demons, and any of them could be involved.
I shall see what I can do.
It would certainly be very useful. In the meantime, I will carry out my own personal research.
I've got an almanac of the possessed here. Perhaps you can find some use for it.
Show me. Yes, that may do. I will examine the book. But I'm already sure of one thing. In my opinion, the Seekers are an utterly perverted life form created by Beliar. These beings are of partly demonic and partly human origin. However, I am still unable to tell at this point whether we are looking at a type of spiritual possession or a purely physical mutation. Come back later. Then I will certainly know more.
Okay, is there a way to protect ourselves?
Is there a way to
No idea.
No, nothing new.
Found out anything new about the Seekers yet?
I'm working on it.
So we need to come back later, as in a couple of days later. Now, let's see. What quests do we have? The Forged Mine Shares. Now, here's the thing about the Forged Mine Shares. Let's pop a speed potion. I have brewed and bought a few, by the way. Visited all the vendors off screen. Cleared whatever was left off the map. Also cleared my inventory. Now, we should make our way towards the boys, aka the mercenaries, and find out some more information about what's been going on. Actually, why are we even running? Let's go to the Pass of Corinus. And there are a few side quests in Chapter 3. One of them is related to Bengar. Now, Bengar is a few workers short, to say the least. He is missing his workers. So, as we can see, it's just him on the farm. So, let's find out what happened.
How's the situation?
Malik has disappeared and taken everything and everybody who would work for me with him. He said he was headed for the mountains. He couldn't stand it here anymore. The hordes of monsters pouring out of the pass every day into the high pastures are really getting to me. If at least I had a few helpers or mercenaries. There was even one who was willing to work for me. Changed his mind, though. I think his name was Wolf.
It'll be all right.
Without Malik, nothing gets done around here anymore. If something doesn't happen soon, I'll have to give up my farm. Hopefully he'll come back soon.
So this quest actually unlocks another quest, aka the one where we can hire Wolf to guard Bengar's farm. He is gonna ask for a lot of money, about 800 gold pieces. He asks for much less if you're a mercenary. Now, we are first gonna go and find Malak. Then we are gonna go to Onar's farm. Talk to the boys, see what has happened between chapter 2 and 3. See if we can talk to Lee and find out exactly what happened to Bennet. We haven't talked to Bennet yet. Minor spoiler alert, he's the only guy who can actually fix the Eye of Venus. So he's a plot relevant character. This is Fester over here practicing with his heavy branch. Now, we are gonna go and see what's the vibe among the mercenaries.
Alright, you win. What do you...
Yeah. What's up?
What's up?
If they don't let Bennet out of the jail soon, we're gonna go in and get him.
Okay. And
Alright.
what do you feel about it?
What's up?
If they don't let Bennet out...
Okay. So the boys are obviously a bit pissed about Bennet. Now, as for Malak, Malak is exactly right here in this crevasse under the bridge. Let's talk to him.
You will not be able to save his soul, magician. He will never return on his own.
So you say. Come on, one more hit. Okay. And because for a moment he did turn into a seeker, sorry.
Nothing to be
Not
had
a
there.
sickle, a seeker. The other farmers ran away, wisely enough. What do we have here? A sword. Oh yeah, this is a sword that probably fell from one of the bandits up top, right? I do recall one of the bandits falling down.
Wait a minute.
Let's talk to Malak.
You need help.
I just want to go home. I'll go back to Bengar. I hope he's still alive.
Wait a minute. You need help.
Leave me alone, magician. I can manage.
Okay. Now we're gonna have a talk with the boys. See what's up. And as for the quest of the mine shares, so the guy distributing the mine shares is Salandril the Alchemist in Corinus, in the upper quarter. Now, issue is, and this is something I have not experimented with, if we complete the quest in chapter 3, he will basically be in jail. And I kind of want to avoid that, to be honest. I want to see what we can get from him in chapter 5 and then turn him into jail. I may have found a job for
I
you.
may have found a job for you on Bengar's farm.
Let's hear it.
The pass to the Valley of Mines comes out directly at Bengar's farm. He's got problems with all the beasts who squeeze through the pass. Someone needs to defend Bengar's farm.
That would be something. Then at least I'd be away from the farm here and wouldn't have to stare at the smithy. Good. That comes to 800 gold coins.
A hefty price.
Well, for one of us, I'd do it for almost nothing. But for you,
I see, so that's how it is.
Here's your gold.
good. I'm off then to see those beasts. Let's see who else on this farm I can enlist. See you later.
See you later, alligator. Let's talk to Elena. You're selling mine
You're
shares?
selling mine shares?
So what? I paid an arm and a leg for them myself.
Show me your wares.
What can I offer you?
Let's buy her wares, including the mine shares, which are quite expensive. 50 gold pieces per mine share, and if we read them... By the King's Bill of Property gained from royal lands, the bearer of this document is granted prospecting rights on the King's land. He must limit his scraping to the area of one small royal realm lot. According to the Bill of Scrapeland size, small royal realm lots measure 16 paces in horizontal and 3 paces in vertical extension. The prospector of the realm is unbound by any duties of free access and protection of scraping cells. If the tenant is unable to pay the rent due, all rights to the land are returned to the realm. Signed, Prospector of the King, Salandril. Yeah, it's not really clever to sell fake mine shares and also selling your name. Also, the way that document reads is It's clearly like it's one of those fake scam emails you get with poor grammar. Like, according to the bill of scrapeland size, really sounds like a fake document. So, let's find out what happened to Bennet.
Why aren't you working?
Haven't you heard yet? The Paladins have arrested Bennet.
What happened?
Well, we were in the city to shop when all of a sudden we heard a scream. Someone yelled, "There they are, get them." Boy, was I scared. I took to my heels and ran like the demons were after me. Bennet was right behind me. I don't know what happened, but when I got outside the city, he had disappeared. I must have lost him in the city.
So why was Bennet arrested?
Murder. Bennet is supposed to have murdered a paladin. What nonsense. I was with him the whole time.
So why don't you go to town and explain the whole thing?
They'd stick me in the slammer as his accomplice. Nah, certainly not in the current situation.
Situation?
You know, NOTR in the city. That's bound to come to a bad end.
I see.
How did the mercenaries here on the farm react?
Well, I don't know exactly what they're planning, but some of them are really pissed off.
I can understand that.
If it were up to them, they'd rather attack the city today than tomorrow to get Bennet out. Talk to Lee. Maybe there's something you can do.
Can I buy weapons?
I don't have...
You have crappy stuff. Okay. Let's pop another speed potion, shall we? Alrighty. What about
Hey,
Fekla?
you!
What does Fekla have to say?
Can I have some more of your stew?
These militia bastards threw Bennet in the hole. Do me a favor and get him out of there, will you? In the meantime, I'll cook you some yummy stew.
Okay, I will take you up on that offer, actually. Hi, Jarvis.
Any news?
You made the wrong choice. You could have been one of us.
Okay, so... Sorry, dude, but fire mages have cold spells, you know. Torlof has a new quest for us, by the way.
Have you got something for me to do?
Have you seen those black-hooded guys creeping by here? Those people give me the willies, I'll tell you. When I was at sea, I saw some pretty curious things, but those fellows really scare me. They went in the direction of the bandit camp in the mountains at the southern end of the valley. Maybe you should go there and check on those guys, and do away with them.
Alrighty then. Now, there's actually only one Seeker, and he is positioned exactly right near the bridge as we go up to Dexter's former bandit hideout. Other than that, there's only a couple of minor quests in Chapter 3. The main quest is obviously to find and repair the Eye of Venus. And we're quickly gonna do this. Why can I not target you? I wanna target you. Your magic versus my sword. Let's see who's faster. Too slow, my friend. Too slow. And
nothing to be had there.
Any other seekers about? I see no other seekers about. And let's see. Back to Onar's farm. Yeah, ideally not die. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's I also saved up Goblin Berry specifically to get to 90 Dexterity, which means we automatically unlock the Acrobatic skill at 90 Dexterity. This effectively is the same Acrobatic skill as Gothic 1.
Been there, done that.
It reduces fall damage and also changes your jumping animation. The
Black-hooded men in the mountains are no longer with us.
You were able to deal with them? Good man. I didn't trust those guys one bit. They were bound to cause a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It can't go on like this forever.
Let's quickly donate all of our gold coins to Vasily over here.
Interested in some more old coins?
Sure. You still have any?
A few.
Thanks. Here's your money.
Yeah, okay, you are most welcome. Let's talk to... Let's see, who's here? Hey, Gorn, old buddy. You're okay.
Everything all right with you?
You saved my ass, man. I'll never forget that.
What do you want to do now?
I think I'll load up on grub first.
And then?
Who knows? Maybe I'll go back to the mining colony. Someone should keep an eye on the orcs. Otherwise, they'll all show up on the doorstep without warning.
Okay, what about Lee?
Ah, it's good that you've come.
What's up?
I found this in the old chapel. It's a magic rune. I think it will teleport you straight back here to the farm. I thought you might be able to use it.
Thanks, Lee. I've come from the Valley of Mines.
I've come from the Valley of Mines. The castle there was attacked by dragons.
So it's true. Lars said that rumors about dragons are circulating through the city. I didn't believe it. What about the paladins?
They've been thoroughly decimated.
Good. Maybe that will make Lord Hagen move to the Valley of Mines with his men. The fewer paladins stay here, the better.
Now, this is one of my pet peeves in grammar. Like, Americans and oftentimes Brits as well use decimated completely wrong. To decimate means reducing something by 1/10. So let's say you have an army of 1,000 soldiers. If you decimate that army, you will still have 900 soldiers. You will have 1/10 less from that army. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's also a Roman ancient practice, but that's another history lesson for another time. So what about Bennet?
What about Bennet?
So you heard about that. The bastards have locked him up, just like that. As if I didn't have enough problems with my own people. Now I have to take care of the paladins too.
Now, we unlocked this last dialogue option when we stole the dragon egg from the ice dragon. And the dragon egg has an interesting description. The egg is warm and there's a scratching noise on the inside. Sadly, we cannot have a baby dragon as a pet.
The lizard people are distributing dragon eggs all over the country.
I might have known. It's time we got out of here.
Okay. What will you do about Bennet?
What will you do about Bennet?
I don't know yet. A few of the boys would like to run to the city and knock Lord Hagen's teeth down his throat. Luckily, we don't have enough people for an operation like that. And besides, it's not my style.
Are you going to stay here and see what happens then?
Certainly not. Lars is still in the city and trying to find out how we can get Bennet out of there. Until that happens, I'm trying to calm my people. I only hope that Lars doesn't take too long.
Can I help you?
Can I help you in this matter with Bennet?
Sure, a bit of intelligence and sanity certainly wouldn't hurt in this matter. Enos knows there are enough idiots running around here. Go to the city and see if you can find a way to get Bennet out of there. But don't be too long about it. I don't know how much longer I can keep the men under control.
I see.
Any news about Bennet?
No, we still don't know enough.
Okay, and this is it about this is all about we have to do in Onar's farm for the moment. Let's go to the harbor city. Up another speed potion. Now, the Mindshare quest, by the way, you just have to visit a lot of vendors throughout the map.
Show me.
And figure out if they have Mindshares for sale. There isn't any specific hint as who has it. For example, Bospar obviously has some, and probably Mateo as well.
There you are again.
I see that you have mining shares for sale.
I know nothing about that. You can have them if you want.
Thank you, I will.
Show me your...
So, yes, Corinus or Mindshare, sure. I will actually buy this belt of dexterity. Because I realized we still have that stupid belt of strength from the beginning of the game and we haven't changed it since. Hey, Regis.
Has anything exciting happened?
The entire city is abuzz with it. Do you remember Lothar, the paladin?
Maybe.
Anyway, he's dead. Murdered out in the street. They're blaming the mercenaries, of course.
Okay.
Has any... The entire...
Okay, repeating dialogue. Alrighty then. How about Mateo? Oh, mining shares.
You've got some mining shares among your wares. Who sold them to you?
Mining shares? Oops. Where did they come from? No idea where I got them. Honestly, Your Honor.
Honestly, huh?
Show me your...
Okay. Bought everything he had anyway. So one of the quests, by the way, that we can do is with Hannah. But I also want to point out another small detail. between chapters, you can actually visit this little dude over here, Alric, and challenge him to the same bet and fighting contests you usually can do with him. You'll get 50 gold pieces every time you win as a profit, and you can do that a limited number of times per chapter. It's just a small useful way to get some extra gold, you know. Okay, weird lag spike over there for a second. Let's save the game and talk to Hannah. What's up?
How's it going?
You don't look like you care about other people's worries in the least.
That's wrong.
Yeah, sure I do.
What do you know? The world is full of surprises. I cleared out some of my stuff recently and sold a stack of old maps to Brahim, the cartographer down by the harbor. Unfortunately, I noticed that I'm missing a document. I assume it must have slipped in among the papers. Could you perhaps get it back for me?
Yeah, sure.
I'll see what I can do.
You're so sweet. I wish you much luck. If you bring back the paper to me, I'll give you a reward.
Thank you, Hannah. And we're gonna do exactly that. So we're gonna do this quick quest. Have a chat with Lars, see what he has to say. And I think we can end the episode right here. In the next episode, we'll see about freeing Bennet and restoring the Eye of Enos. Yeah, let's have a chat.
Hey, you!
Lars. Any news?
Any news?
You could say so. The Paladins have arrested Bennet, our smith.
So I've heard. That's a bad business.
You can say that again.
Any news of Bennet?
They seem to have taken him to the barracks and tossed him into the dungeon.
How can we get him out of there?
I don't have any ideas so far. I can't get to his cell to talk to him. All I can do is keep my ears open, but there isn't much to learn around here.
I see. Let's have a chat with Brahim, because he's exactly near Lars.
Show me your maps.
You won't find better in that monastery of yours.
So, very old map. Okay.
I knew this piece would interest you.
What piece would that be?
Well, that old map you just bought. I know your kind. You go for any chance of finding riches.
Why don't you keep it for yourself?
I'm an old man, and the times when I set out myself are long past. I leave that to younger people.
What kind of a map is it?
It seems to be a treasure map or the like. But you look to me like one who'll get to the heart of this matter himself.
Where did you get this map?
Oh, I found that in a stack of old maps which I bought recently. The seller must have overlooked it.
Okay, so this is clearly...
Come back again later.
This is clearly Hannah's document. And the map itself simply references the... Where is it? Simply references the ruins that the water mages were excavating. So it's really not exactly that valuable. So here's an idea before we end the video. I was toying with the concept of doing a few 1-hour videos instead of the usual half-hour videos. What do you guys think? Would the 1-hour format be preferable, or should I keep it to half an hour, like a half an hour lunch break video or something like that? Okay, do you mean this document? Okay. By the way, this is a quest that I have never done. This is a quest that I have recently discovered. I had no idea this quest existed.
Did you mean this document?
Yes, that's exactly it. Thank you.
What's my reward?
Not so fast. Here's your money.
That's it?
Who's staying here at the...
Almost all of them are... Don't even...
That's it? That's the entire reward right there? That's not really that impressive. So yeah, feel free to share your thoughts if you want the 1-hour video format or the usual 30-minute video format. I'm gonna make a couple of 1-hour videos just to see how they feel like. Because I feel like we can get a bit more done in a 1-hour video than a 25-minute video or so. What about Bennet the blacksmith?
What about Bennet, the blacksmith?
You mean the mercenary? He is sitting in jail where he belongs.
Can I talk to him?
Certainly. Just go in. But if you try to help him escape, you will be in for it.
Okay.
How's the situation in town?
Everything is under control.
Everything is clearly not under control, seeing as you had a paladin murdered in the streets. For heaven's sake. Presumably by a mercenary. Now, one other NPC I realized I forgot to talk to was Lord Hagen. Oh, you're selling mine shares as well.
You're selling mining shares?
Yes, some flop that was. That's the last time I get involved in a shady deal like that.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna buy the mine shares off screen from most of the merchants. Simply because it's not really an interesting quest, to be honest. It's one of those boring quests that don't really have any follow-ups. It's nice world building though, seeing as people fall for that kind of scam. Now let's see if Lord Hagen has anything to say about us retrieving the Eye of Venus. And after that point we can simply go and talk to Bennet. I have the eye. It's broken.
I have the eye. It's broken.
What? By Enos! What have you done? We need the eye. Speak to Pyrakar. There must be a way to put it back together.
How are things?
How's the situation?
I must find a way to we must do...
Okay, so this is about it. Thank you guys. I'm gonna see you in the next episode where we are gonna figure out how to bust Bennet out of jail and repair the Eye of Enos. One quick second until I check something. Alright, so I wanted to check if the cat was about to trip over the power cable. It has happened in the past. One of the reasons why I didn't upload the video at one point is because my cat Loki did exactly that. Which actually reminds me, I should really do a few videos about Loki, shouldn't I? Okay, thank you guys for watching, gonna see you next time. And as always, remember the most important story in the world is your own. Cheers guys, and take care of yourselves.